Siliconcrib, Sri Lanka, happens all the time. From the studios of Siliconcrib and Kandy, it's time for ITV. This is GCE, Ordinary Level Support Program 2020. Let's begin.
Hello children, I'm back with another video to talk about dialogues. What do you think about dialogues? Actually, it's asking questions and giving answers. They are the basics of a great conversation of any language. Some students get confused over building questions in activities like completing dialogues. But once you come across well with the structure, you will find it easy to form questions. The good news in English questions are fairly consistent and easy to follow. There's a structure. Okay children, can you see this flower in my hand? Do you like it? Is it useful? Right. What did I do? I asked 3 questions. May I repeat them again? Can you see this flower? Do you like it? Is it useful? I just asked 3 questions. What are they? If you look at them carefully, you'll see that they share the same word order. Children, look at the arrangement of the verb and the subject in these questions. This is question word order. When we write questions, we use the question word order. It is different from the sentence word order. Can you see how the verb and the subject changes when forming a sentence out of a question? Now, there are 4 main parts of a sentence: question word, helping verb, subject, and the last part is the main verb. Question word. Most of the times a question starts with a who, how, where, how long, how often, when, what, why, how much, etc. Helping verb. This is also called auxiliary verb. This can be verbs like is, am, are in the present tense and was, were in the past tense, do and does in the present tense and did in the past tense, have, has in present tense and had in the past tense. We also use modal verbs like can, should, will, etc. And subject, this is the doer in the sentence. They can be as I, you, we, he, she, it, etc. The last part is the main verb. It can be any verb like play, read, write, sing, dance, etc. Sometimes children may find it difficult to decide which verb comes first. Remember this. Actually, in a question, a main verb follows the subject. That means main verb comes after the subject. Let's look at this slide. You can form a question correctly if you follow this order. You can see 6 questions here. Can you see that they all follow the same order? Question number 4, 5 and 6 do not have question words. They start with the helping verbs such as do, does and did. I'm not going to repeat in the question here. You can go through. Now children, there are 2 types of questions. They are yes-no questions and WH questions. Let's look at this slide. For yes-no questions, the answer is yes or no for these types of questions. Some information followed by yes or no. Look at these questions. Do you like a coffee? No, I don't. Can you help me? Yes, I can. Have you been to Italy? No, I have not. Are you enjoying the movie? Yes, I am. We can arrange them under 4 main parts of a question like this. Can you see that they do not have a question word? They start with a helping verb. That's normal. The second type of questions is WH questions. Here you can see the question starts with a question word. When did you go? I went last year. How long did you stay? I stayed 3 months. Why did you go there? I went for studying. What is the weather like there? It's a little gloomy these days. Again, if you have a look at the structure, it's like this. We can arrange the sentence under each 4 main parts of a question. Remember always to follow the structure. It's the easy way. Let me remind you another important fact when forming questions. There should be a close relationship between subject and verb, or the subject and helping verb. Look at the first question. The question is, do you want to go out? The correct answer is, yes, I want to go out. You can't say, yes, you want to go out. It's not matching. You can't say you. The subject should be I. Again, you can't say yes, they want to go out. You can't use the subject as they are. Another question, does she want to go out? The answer is yes, she wants to go out. You can't say I wants to go out or it wants to go out. The subject should be she. Okay children, here's another activity for you. You can practice. Look at this slide. You can see some questions and answers here. Read them carefully. These are all in the past tense. Okay, now you see some sentences, or we can say statements. Can you build up the relevant questions? Look at the first statement or the first answer. I stay at home on Sundays. So what is the question there? You have to think. And second sentence, he works in a bank. You have to build up the question there. Third one, they stay there for 2 hours. Next one, yes, I enjoy the match. And last one, I can swim. Let us look at the questions. Go through them and study. Okay, now you saw how to build up questions for statements or how to answer for some particular questions. What about negative questions? Side A, you have a set of questions, and side B, you have a set of answers. Just have a look at the first question. Haven't you finished it yet? I haven't finished it yet. Did you see that? I didn't see that. Wasn't you there? I wasn't there. Can't you swim? I can't swim. Doesn't she want to go? She doesn't want to go. Don't you like it? I don't like it. Okay children, now you saw how to build up negative type of questions. Aren't they easy? Did you go through the verbs? Haven't they changed? No, they haven't changed. Don't you find it easy? Here's another activity for you all to practice. Go through the sentences in part A and part B. This is actually a matching activity, but you have to select the best answer for the suitable place. What's the best way to select the most suitable answer? The best way is to go first for the easy and more familiar one. I think the words like drink, dessert are more familiar to you. Let's start with that. Okay, let's look at the E question. What would you drink? So you have to find the relevant answer saying about a drink. What about the answer 2? Just what is enough? Thank you. We'll put it. Then let's look at the word dessert. The question is, would you like any dessert? What do you think the answer is? Look at number 5. Yes please, we'd like fruit salad with ice cream. Okay, what about the question C? Could you explain what this dish is? That means some food. Okay, what about the word biryani in part B? That is answer 6. It's our today's special biryani. Okay, then what else? Look at the question. Anything else, madam? So, what would you think the answer is? No, thank you. Then we have left question A, question B and D. What about D? We'd like this one. The answer is, okay, I'll add it. Then, could we see the menu? What do you think the answer is? Look at the last answer. It's here you are. So, we have left question A. Good evening. Can I get a table for 2? You can select the answer as 3. Certainly, madam. Okay, children. Now you see how to match question and answer. Let's move on to the next slide, which is one of your important questions in O-level paper. That is question number 16. You know that there is a choice to be made in question number 16. As you know, there is an essay, a speech, an article, completing a story or completing a dialogue. Most of the students tend to select completing the dialogue for some reason. Have a look at this question. My question is, 2 friends meet after 2 months lockdown period due to COVID-19 pandemic. Complete the dialogue that took place between them. The dialogue starts like this. The conversation is between 2 friends called Amali and Netmi. Amali: hello Netmi. Hello Amali, how are you? I'm fine, but... And you have to complete the dialogue. Children, I'd like to remind you about the mark allocation for this question. It's actually similar to the mark allocation of the essay. Mainly, there are 4 criteria that our marks are given on. They are content, language, organization and mechanics of writing. For contents, you can score 5 marks and all your points are counted to give the marks. For language part, you can score 5 marks again. and you are tested whether your sentences are grammatically correct and whether the spellings are correct. For the organization part, you can get 2 marks. Here, you should have a good flow on your dialogue. For mechanics of writing, you can get 3 marks. Here you can score marks for good, beautiful, clear handwriting. Remember to use capitalization and punctuation correctly. Like that, you can score a total mark out of 15. Dear students, here's a model answer for you. You can pause the video and go through it. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed my lesson. I like to see you scoring good marks for this test next time. Good luck.
ITV, Central Province Educational Channel, Sri Lanka, powered by Siliconcrib, happens all the time.